ADA Cardano has come with some very potentially bullish news for all of the ADA crypto holders. This may be some of the good news that all of the Cardano crypto perma bulls have been waiting for. A Cardano price prediction might be in the cards based upon the gravity of the Cardano news today. Could the Cardano summit in Australia turn the tides? Will the Cardano stablecoin alter the ADA crypto trajectory? Could the Cardano wallet save the day for the long-term holders? And will this news help bolster new and much-needed growth for the ADA blockchain? Or will it actually become a self-fulfilling, downward trending prophecy for the Cardano ADA token? There's only one way to find out, everybody, and that is to make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Boom! Bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Now, let's go talk about some much needed ADA crypto news today and see if the Cardano stablecoin is going to pump the ADA crypto price to the moons of Jupiter. Cardano being ISO 222, right? 222 compliant is actually a good thing. And them trying to bring out their own stablecoin is actually a good thing as well. Now, have they lost this level? Absolutely, 110%. Is there a potential for us to go all the way down to 15 cents, especially if Bitcoin goes from that 16.1 all the way down to 10K? Because you already know I've been saying 10K is in play. 100%. So the first thing that I want to do is give you a quick spoiler before we get into all of this. So I actually have a series that is coming out over the next week or two that is going to potentially help you decide whether this news is actually bullish for the ADA crypto token price or whether this news isn't really considered that bullish for Cardano and the ADA blockchain. So stay tuned for that because we'll be talking about FedCoin and the ramifications across all markets for FedCoin. I'm talking gold, precious metal prices. We're talking all of the global currencies. We're talking everything from stocks all the way to the cryptocurrency ecosystem and how that may affect all of crypto. So make sure that you stay tuned for that because that will be dropping very soon. And it is absolutely integral and pertinent to you making decisions in this market. And keep your eyes peeled for the series that I'm dropping about all of the different coins that I am buying, probably about 25 different coins that I'm going to be buying in this down market. I'm not saying I'm buying them today. I'm not saying I'm buying them tomorrow. I'm saying once this market, because I've always been saying 10K is in play, once this market kind of hits that bottom, I'll tell you the coins that I'm buying, why I'm buying them, where I see them going, and kind of give you some price predictions and a portfolio prediction on where you could see your portfolio in the coming years if you buy at these levels. Now, let's get into USDA, the ADA crypto stablecoin that they're supposed to be coming out with, Cardano is. And I'm also going to show you a very pertinent article about the price prediction that could be coming up. Very simple TA, but you're going to want to pay attention to this, trust me. Now, this first article is actually the bullish part of this, okay? And I'm going to explain to you why it might not be so bullish and why some people think that it is very bullish, okay? Now, this news article says that the Cardano-based regulated stablecoin named USDA should be hitting the market in early of 2023. Now, they're also quoting that it will be the first fully backed and regulatory compliant stablecoin in the Cardano ecosystem. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like there's nothing out here that isn't already backed because let's be honest, USDC is 100% backed by USD, and they actually proved that just a few days ago. I think it was about a week ago, and it is 100% fully backed, and it went through a third-party audit to prove that. Now, secondarily, BUSD is also one of those fully backed. The only thing that I see that I don't like about some of these backed coins is like in BUSD's example, right? They actually have it backed by like treasury bonds, right? And some of these don't mature until like 2035. So in a bank run, that could be problematic, but you know, that's only in bank run circumstances, but it is technically fully backed by USD. It's just not liquid USD sometimes. So I would want to look into that a little bit more on the Cardano one. Now, this is an Emergo fintech coin. So it's not technically a Cardano stablecoin, even though they own Cardano and you can kind of link them together. But this is what the fintech director said, okay? The introduction of a fully flat-backed regulatory compliant stablecoin is the next step in realizing the future for our community. Now, I do agree with this to a certain extent, okay? Because if you are going to have backed stable coins, right, and you want to make sure that they're actually backed, then the regulatory entities are going to be the ones that actually back that, right? And they're going to be the ones that actually want to regulate that, okay? So with all that being said, does that really matter, okay? And why does that matter? In my opinion, Cardano is one of the better players out there in terms of being able to be regulatory backed. And the reason is because they are technically ISO 20022 confirmed to be compliant with that, which is for, regulatory purposes and for actual currency purposes. So that's bullish news. So if anything, tying this to Cardano might be a good thing. So my guess is this is going to be only on the Cardano blockchain because they don't really have their own stablecoin, right? Now, the reason why this might not be necessarily so bullish is first off because of Fed coin coming out, and that is going to could potentially, I'm not going to say absolutely, but it could potentially tank and just murder all of the stablecoins, USDC, USDT, BUSD, USDA, right? And that's because if the US comes out with its own Fed coin, why is it going to want to compete with all of these other coins if they're going to back it by USD anyways? And my guess is the way that the market's trending, USD could actually be filed for bankruptcy like we did back in the Nixon era. So watch out for that, because if that happens, then it's going to affect all of crypto. And that means everything. I'm not just talking stable coins. I'm not just talking USDC, USDT, all that stuff. I'm talking like legit coins, because think about it. What is BTC quoted in, right? It's like at what, 16,100 USD. So if USD goes down, you already know where everything else is going. And what are we actually going to back these assets with or price these assets on? Probably one of the most critical things that we've been pricing known to mankind for like hundreds of years, which is going to be probably precious metals like gold and silver. So just keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about stuff like this. Now, Cardano just lost a major support level, okay, which was at the 35-cent range. It did not pump back up and recapture that level. So that level has now been flipped from a long-term support of like over a year to an actual resistance now. And it's well below that. Like we're talking like 15% below that now. Now, this is the article that kind of brought that up, but you can go and look at this for yourself. And I'm going to show you here in just a second. Here's the Cardano chart. This is, their all-time high up around $3, something like that, right? This is where the perma bulls started coming in right here. They were all buying here, and now they're all getting wrecked all the way down to here. And this isn't a dig at Cardano perma bulls. Seriously, it's not. But here's your long-term support levels, okay? You can see that it lines up right here. It's about 35 cents, and it did not go through that level, right? It basically went and pumped through that level here to the all-time highs of 2017, 2018, right? Then it came back down, tried to pump up over that 35-cent range, didn't quite hit it, capitulated, got wrecked by like 90%, came through here, boom, got hit again, went down, blasted through it, right? So where are those levels on this chart right now? If you look, they're over where we are at, okay? Now we're sitting at like 31 cents. So with that being said, where is the next support level? Because that support level is what's going to be the next big, I guess, place that could potentially get hit. Because if you look in between here and here, there's not a lot of, there's just really not a lot of support here, okay? So if you look right here, you see that this thing was sitting at about 35 cents, right? Now, if we drop it all the way down here to this low, right? This is where the next support is going to be, right here in that 15 to 18 cent range, okay? And if you look over to the left-hand side, you'll see it. Look at the trend line, right? It's at about 16 cents here, and it's at about 16 cents here, okay? So 14 to 16 cents is the next support level. So it's got a long way to fall from 31 cents. So with that being said, just keep that in mind for not only the perma bulls, but for the people that are trying to enter into the Cardano ecosystem right now. Now, this isn't to say that Cardano is going to the moon. This isn't to say that Cardano is going to 15 cents. At the end of the day, it's all going to be determinant of Bitcoin, right? But what I do see is that Cardano being ISO 222, right? 200 22 compliant is actually a good thing. And them trying to bring out their own stablecoin is actually a good thing as well. Now, have they lost this level? Absolutely, 110%. Is there a potential for us to go all the way down to 15 cents, especially if Bitcoin goes from that 16.1 all the way down to 10K? Because you already know I've been saying 10K is in play. 100%. So just keep that in mind when you're DCAing into your positions, when you're liquidating, and you're going to see cascading liquidations all the way down. Let's just be real and take profit at maybe we get a bounce, right? Up to that 35-cent range. It might be a good time to take profit there because that's a huge resistance now that dates back over a year. So just keep that stuff in mind whenever you're looking at this chart, whenever you're looking at the Cardano news. And I appreciate you showing up to my channel to get that news. So with that being said, if you like content like this, make sure that you smash that like button for me. Make sure you hit subscribe. Boom! Bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing up to this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.